When your world is turning upside down, you're probably doing a barrel roll. That's right.
Oh, that's good.
That's right. It's Entertournament of Champions podcast. We are back. It's your boys, you mother fathers and children gathered around a dusty radio like it's 1940s. All right, so it's I'm JEFF. Ha ha. That's Jeff Jarrett. That's how he used to introduce himself in WWF. Anyway, joined by the Mountain Man, Kyle.
Yay! Hey, I'm K Wild.
KY Jelly.
K Wild. That's what you are. All right, and I'm joined by don't call me DJ JD.
Yeah. All right. All right.
That's really fucking hard. I'm gonna keep that nickname because it's really fun to say. Don't call me DJ JD.
Yeah, I like that. That flows really well.
So if you couldn't tell by the open, we are talking, continuing our discussion about 1997 video games today, which was a pretty. It was okay. It was an okay year for gaming. No, it was pretty fucking epic actually. It
was all right.
You know, for the next gen at that time, N64, and I'm sure there was some PlayStation stuff. I never played it, but whatever. But we're going to talk about that extensively today, because last week we all gave our top 10 lists of 1997 video games based on our, member berries, and that's pretty much all it was based on. And how well the games held up, and their legacy, and what they meant for their genres and stuff. And then we made all of those lists into a top 16, and all of our 10s didn't get represented, which was a rare thing for us. Like, we all had different selections, which is really cool. Yeah. But we're going to just, have these games duke it out until there's a solo, somebody that's a solo.
One survives.
One survives until there's one that has the high ground.
There's one. Oh, Jesus. Don't do it, Anakin!
I have the high ground.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know.
Like, he's such a powerful Sith Lord, he couldn't just, force pull the mountain down on top of Obi-Wan? Okay, whatever. We don't have to go there.
What does that even mean? We are going to talk about Star Wars today, though. That's good.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, at least one title.
I hope it makes its way.
So we do things March Madness style. So we're going to have the 16 seeds. We're going to start off with the 16 seed fighting the first number 1 seed.
Have we ever had the 16th seed beat the 1 seed? Has that ever happened?
It's about to happen right now. No, I'm kidding. I sent you guys a bracket. You know it's not going to happen right now. It might happen in 97 movies. We all seem to have different choices. I find the 97 year to be a very, very tough year to rank.
Me too.
So
I have no idea how to rank those movies.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. It's better. It's really fun to do things by year because you're not isolated to a genre. I don't know. There's more variety, it feels like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
there's
that's
clear
a
number one.
double-edged sword. Like, how much do you want? You know what I mean? Like, do you want 3 comedies on there or 4 action movies? Like, or do you want to? It's just hard because there's so many good movies with so many different genres. Do you want to showcase everything or focus on your true favorites?
Right. Yeah, and not just that, but there was something I just said that totally escapes me now. I was going to elaborate on, and fuck it, we're off to a great start. So
good. I hope we all forget everything we're saying all episode. What?
All right. So number 16 seed is X-Men versus Street Fighter. This was JD's pick, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was my number 10. Or no,
9-ish. It was in
9,
bottom
8, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was in the bottom 5. And that's fighting our number 1 seed, which was not unanimously number 1, but it was just kind of like we all had it the highest, I guess, of all the titles. It's fighting GoldenEye 007 from the N64 days.
I've heard of that game. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard from what I remember from playing it 5 times for 30 minutes each time when I was 12. It was good. Anyway.
Yeah. A bunch of untrue statements were just made.
It was okay. It was, I mean, what's the point? You just grab guns. Chop somebody.
Wow.
Ooh.
There's no depth there. There's no replay value at all. It's just fucking garbage.
It's garbage.
Right.
There's no story at all. It's not based on anything.
And the cheats just make everything easy.
It's not one of the few video games based off a movie that follows the plot and the settings exactly like it.
To a T. Even the mundane shit, meeting that guy in Russia. They're like, let's turn that into a tank level. It's like, there was no tank. What?
I still enjoyed it.
That's so awesome.
I'm going first in this one, and then it's JD, and then it's Kyle.
Okay.
That's how I had it written down. Hopefully, I didn't fuck that up. Anyway, GoldenEye is the one I'm voting for. If my sarcasm is should be evidence enough that obviously I was pulling punches a little bit. Like I was a little bit exaggerating that it's okay. Because that was my number one. I love the shit out of that game. X-Men vs Street Fighter. I don't even know if I played it, but yeah, that was an arcade venture, right? First and foremost.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fun game. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's a good fighter. If you like that genre.
It created a series that in some way is still around today.
Marvel.
Capcom,
Yep, exactly.
About to get a new one. Be excited or don't be. I don't know. I played the demo. I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, fighting games aren't normally the games I gravitate towards, especially day one.
Big ones like this, I'm interested in, but I played that demo. It's fine. Kind of wanted my skirt to get blown up, but that wasn't happening. So we'll see if that's
Christ.
a day one for me.
I'm going with GoldenEye, and I have a feeling I may have to hold back here because I'm gonna probably have to say more about it later on. But JD's next on this one.
All right. Well, I mean, as much as I'm partial to the arcade experience and how that game played into it, GoldenEye in one of, I mean, it would fall into probably my top 5 video games all time, just because of how I played it, how often I played it, and what it meant to my group of friends as a kid. So, like you, I'll probably save the nitty gritty for later. We might need it. But man, that's gonna win easily. That's big head mode. What was that? DK mode? Is that what they call it?
DK mode, yeah.
Yeah, DK mode, headshot, easy, boom, bye-bye.
Oh, God, I remember that shit. Kyle, where would you have voted on this one? Is it easy too?
Cool. Yeah, it's easy for me, but it's cool to point out that both of these games were genre defining.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting that they would go at each other head to head because they are
big head,
master
small
classes.
head,
yeah, exactly. They are master classes in their respective genres, so that should be said. But it's GoldenEye by such a landslide, it hurts. So,
yeah. You're getting scrapes and bruises.
Exactly.
On that landslide there. So here we go. Christopher Walkening, our number 9 seed. So GoldenEye moves on for those that didn't get the memo. Number 9 seed is Crash Bandicoot 2. I don't know the subtitle. I didn't have room for it.
Crash of Cortex Prime. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. It involves Cortex, yeah.
Cortex of Love versus number 8 seed Mega Man X4. I think that was Kyle's pick, and Crash Bandicoot was JD's pick.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have no dog in this fight at all. This is going to be fun. So Kyle, you start this one.
I'm going to be really candid right now. I fucking hate Crash games. I think they're stupid. I know I'm on a very lonely island on that one. I understand.
One could say a monkey island. No, I'm sorry.
Monkey Island, if you will. Different developer, but but that's just me. Don't take me seriously. I'm just a guy. But fuck that game.
Just some dude.
So it's Mega Man for me. That's like the best fucking Mega Man. It's like watching and playing an anime, and you're like, man, it's got a good story and it's got laser swords. I mean, what do you want me to say, man? I have a feeling I'll have to defend this one later, so I'm gonna keep the rest of what I need to say about that to myself, and just say Mega Man.
Mega Man. I'm next on this one, and this is really tough. I like platformers. So Crash Bandicoot, I guess, speaks to me on that level, even though it's like simplistic as fuck to me. I mean, it's hard, but in terms of like the quote unquote story, you know what I mean? Like in terms of like, oh, you just got to go from A to B, and that's it. That's all you do. Mega Man feels like there's more to it, and I do remember I have fond memories of playing Mega Man on. And being miserable because I sucked at it. But I do have fond memories of playing it on like Super Nintendo and Nintendo. So I have no choice.
Ultimate pass the controller game.
Do what?
Ultimate pass the controller game. Oh, you died. Yeah. Let me try. Oh, I died. Here you go.
Yes, it's absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I kind of have to judge based on legacy because I don't, I mean, what am I going to do? Play these games now and they're suddenly amazing again? Sorry, I'm not going to play the remasters for Crash Bandicoot. It's not my, I don't know. It's just never spoken to me. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go with Mega Man, unfortunately. Sorry, JD.
I'll take it. It's magical. I'll take it.
Does it hurt you all the way down to your nutsack?
Well, I mean, my nutsack hurts for a wide variety of reasons, so just chalk that up to one of those. No, if I was being objective here, I agree from a legacy standpoint, the Mega Man franchise is way more important to me than Crash Bandicoot. I mean,
Yeah.
I put that on my list, Crash, mostly because of like the social experiences that I had based around that game.
Sure.
So if I'm being objective, I might have gone for Mega Man.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
I mean, because like I liked other elements to Crash, like the soundtrack was really fun, but
Yeah.
it meant more to me. Like that's what the baseball team that I played in sleepovers right after our games and stuff.
Right.
So that was more like
You have some good memories attached to that game.
yeah, that's Totes member berry shit.
Y'all remember the marketing for those games? Where it was
No.
the guy in the Crash outfit, like the
Oh
like,
yeah,
and he would go.
Oh my god, I do.
like,
Yes, thank
He
you.
would
Yeah,
go
solid
to
stuff.
places with a fucking like a megaphone and scream at people, and it was
Yes.
totally candid. Best marketing ever. I really like
agree.
that marketing. Yeah, go back and watch
I
those
agree.
commercials, everybody. They're fucking great. They
I agree,
pretended to go to
100%.
Nintendo and get Nintendo, which it was. This one was fake, but they pretended to go to Nintendo and force Nintendo employees to play their game, and then they're all like, "Oh, your game is much better than what we make." I was like, "That's so savage! You don't see shit like that anymore." Mascot
No.
on mascot warfare, you know?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Oh man. Yeah. What
yeah.
happened?
I long for the days of video game mascots. That should not be exclusive for Nintendo. That's not fair.
Yeah, I agree. That's so true. I'm like trying to think of some. Well, you got nope. They're all real people.
Oh
now.
yeah, exactly. They're like, well, I guess the guy from Gears of War is like Xbox's like mascot or you know Master Chief or whatever. And I'm like, not the same. You know?
Not
at all.
Yeah. You tried with Blinks the cat and that didn't work out for you guys, but like that's kind of what I'm going for. Like an like an animal or a mascot. You know, like just like Kratos can't be fucking Sony's mascot. That doesn't make any sense. You know.
This is gonna be a fun one. The next one. So Mega Man moves on. I'm kind of elated that it did. The next round's gonna be challenging for that one, but the next round here, the number 13 seed versus a 4 seed, is going to be one that my opinion could be rendered irrelevant on. It's gonna be Tomb Raider 2, number 13 seed, versus number 4 seed Star Fox 64. Do a barrel roll.
I forgot to have that queued up. Son of a bitch.
God damn it, JD! Jesus Christ!
JD.
Why don't we
running
just stop
behind.
and start over? Jesus fuck! All right. So
Sorry,
JD, you're
sorry.
first actually. So if you want to,
Oh, good. That's
you want to
great.
chit chat about this one?
Yeah, I kind of want to chit chat about it just a little bit.
Yeah, that makes me really
There it is. There it is.
good.
Okay. All seriousness, man. Star Fox 64 is probably a game that I could like as soon as we get done recording, just go play and have a great time.
Totally.
Tomb Raider 2, I think newer entries in the franchise have dated it a little bit.
Can you imagine
I know
how noxious that game would be to go back to today?
Right.
Oh, what the
Yeah.
fuck? We've
I mean,
come so far with camera controls. What happened? Yeah.
And by the alternative, Star Fox 64 is still the best entry ever for that franchise because
it
the
is.
most recent one is garbage
They're all dumb.
central.
Remember when they went to a dinosaur planet and you were like running
Jesus.
around like, oh, fuck you, Nintendo.
Why?
What do you
Why?
do that to us for?
What's the deal? Yeah, so I'm gonna be, even though I had both of these on my list, I'm gonna let my my rankings play out here, and I had Star Fox above Tomb Raider 2. So I'll due respect. I said I'll do respect, but fuck you, Tomb Raider 2. It's Star Fox 64. Barrel roll into the next round. Help me out.
I said all due respect.
Well, I said I'll do respect.
Yeah, I mean, gives you a pass.
Yeah,
You can say whatever you want.
You can say whatever you want afterwards. Yeah.
exactly. So what's your opinion on this, Kyle?
My opinion, let's see. Tomb Raider can suck every imaginable dick in existence. I just really don't like those first entries in those games.
Okay.
And I played them
That's
at
fair.
the time, and I'm not a good gamer, and maybe that chalks up to a lot of it, but like, those games were so obnoxiously hard, and you were just battling with
They
the
were.
mechanics all the time. I like the idea of them. I think people enjoyed Lara Croft's model, like character model, more than they did the game. I have this theory, because when people talk
Truth.
about Tomb Raider, they don't have a lot of fond memories of it. They just remember enjoying it. And, maybe that enjoyment comes from your dick and not your brain. So, I don't know. Just a wild theory I got. Get your tinfoil hats out. So, yeah, while Tomb Raider is a legacy series that I've always respected or whatever, man, I just fuck off with all the earlier shit. But I did enjoy later entries, and I'm not talking just the reboots, but like later entries on PS2 and stuff like that I did enjoy. So I mean, sorry, Tomb Raider, but yeah, it can't be you.
Yeah, and I would not. I mean, I had Tomb Raider on my list. I think mostly for the legacy aspect because every time I played the game, I tried to play the games on PlayStation. I was miserable, like because it's just so fucking difficult. Even though it was cool in concept, like oh my god, look, it's a fucking lion or some shit like that. I don't know. Some of it was really cool to look at for its time.
Oh, it was absolutely.
And it had some unique ideas, like cool ideas. Like I could see the concept there, like in terms of how the mechanics they were trying for. I could see like the blueprint of what they were going for and how it could impact games going forward in terms of environment interaction.
We wouldn't have Uncharted if Tomb Raider didn't exist.
That's true.
Talk about
100%.
legacy. I mean, like it's like I mean, its legacy is bigger than its actual quality. I think.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So Star Fox for me too. So I mean, it's unanimous.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to. Oh, God, I love that game so much. You know, there are 3 games that I would be totally happy with being number 1, like on this list. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's what I love about this year actually, because I could say the same for the movies.
Or really. Yeah.
Honestly, like at least like my top 8 in my movies are like, okay, any of these could win, and I'd be like, all right, good stuff, guys.
That's going to be a really good episode because
Yes.
I think exactly one where I'm like, really anything on this list could win, and I'd be happy with. Like,
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And it's going to come down to the points that we make. You know, someone's going to make a good point, and that's going to be an easy, swayable
the 2007 one went down. Is like a lot of us would just keep bringing up points, and you're like, ah, man, you kind of swayed me on that one.
Right. That's how Scream won that year.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we just couldn't make bad points for that movie, and we just ended up convincing each other, like, oh, fucking Scream's the best movie of this year. Fuck. Yeah.
So the next, Star Fox moves on, and so the next round is very, very interesting. 2 completely opposite games ish. I mean, they both involve vehicles. One is number 12 seed Blast Corps versus number 5 seed GTA, Grand Theft Auto, the first one, the introduction to the series.
God, talk about legacy.
I know, right?
It created a genre. They called games for the longest time GTA clones.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't have a genre. Like the term sandbox and open world came way later after the term GTA clone. Like when Saints Row came out, like they're like, oh, that's a GTA clone. You know, it's like,
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, it's Watch Dogs. It's GTA with hacking, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I go first on this one, and it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I love Blast Corps. I had it on my list. It's got much acclaim thrown towards it. Very repetitive game, though, even though it's a great game, and it was kind of a unique idea to just... I mean, you're literally just going around destroying things as a giant... or like a vehicle that it's kind of a transformer, but not because copyrights. So GTA though is obviously it's great. I mean, it was one of those games where like you played it. There's a couple of games in here where you play it and you're like, you can do this in a game? Like, no fucking way. They do not. This totally different scale than other games like Star Fox. But you play this game and you're like, you can't fucking do that in a game. You can't put that in a game. Are you fucking high?
Yeah. Right.
For the sheer balls of it, I gotta vote it through on this one. And I might have to vote it through on a different quality in the next round or something. I don't know. It's going to be the next round is not, it's going to be painful. So regardless, GTA is going forward for me. Even though it was very early at top, eagle eye view iteration of it, it's still, there's magic to it.
The groundwork was laid in those first few games.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have the blueprint that we had for 3 if those other games didn't exist, so.
Exactly. JD's next.
Sweet. Well, I still never played Blast Corps. Tried to find a cartridge somewhere, but
I would not.
Nobody had
recommended that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sold that one because I've tried to play it once in the 2000s, and I was like, "This is ass."
Right.
Yeah. Not age well, Batman.
Yeah, I did watch some video of it just to kind of get a feel, and yeah, man. I mean, GTA was just one of those instrumental games, man. I mean, that was just good shit. And then obviously, as you said, the legacy that it paved out for gaming in general, you got to give it respect.
Yeah.
And there's no Blast Corps 2, if I'm not mistaken. That didn't.
This is a one of a kind.
I'm going to be using that point a lot. So
yeah.
just be ready for that.
Hey, guess what?
Like, hey, if it were that good, it would have gotten a sequel. So fuck you guys.
I mean, yeah, it's good, but like Jeff said, it just seems really repetitive, and it's fun repetitive. It's mindless, but GTA eventually let me beat up hookers, and work out and feed my girlfriend food.
What?
And all that
Why is
shit.
that your first
San
bullet
Andreas.
point?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. San
like,
Andreas, what?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right, whatever. I mean, I wasn't really into that one. I was like, did they just put Sims bullshit in this
Actually,
game?
San Andreas
That's what I loved
is-
about it because it was so out of place. And
I
ridiculous.
actually liked all that stuff, but there's a lot, like, San Andreas is my least favorite of all the GTAs.
Yeah.
Of the
I'll
new age
agree.
GTAs. But
I'll
I
agree.
actually liked all that stuff. I like the leveling up, and I like how they kind of peppered in some of that back into 5.
Yes,
You know,
a little
but
bit
was
of it. There wasn't.
less intrusive and
Mhm.
less babysitting mechanics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hated that, like, if you ate too much, you got fat. If you didn't eat enough, you got skinny. If you didn't work out, you didn't keep your buff on. I'm like, I'm not fucking not going to break into Area 51 to go work out first. Sorry. You know?
It's right there.
Yeah, it's right fucking there. I'm about to get a jetpack, and I look like shit right now, you know? Like, my character avatar looks like garbage because, I haven't worked out in a couple game days.
God damn it. Kyle, your vote on this one. Is it GTA 2?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of fond memories of Blast Core, even though I definitely remember it. It's a fine game. It's GTA, bud. It's GTA.
It's GTA. That's the argument you need for this round. It's early.
You
Yeah.
ramping off stuff with cars in a bird's eye view, and it was dope. It was cool.
Right. So the next round is very unique. We have These matchups have no fucking business. Oh my god.
No.
All right, so number 15 seed is one of my choices, Curse of Monkey Island, which was very of its time, versus a number 2 seed, which was, I think, Kyle, your number 1 and JD's
Yes.
2, and I hadn't
Yes.
heard of it at all. So that's how it ended up at 2, because it was just like the second highest.
Yeah.
But Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, that was
Because I just
perfect.
put SOTN.
No, that's good.
Cool. Guess what, guys? It's on the Xbox Marketplace, and you can do. It's like reverse compatibility mode, so it launches you through an Xbox 360 emulator, and then you can play it. And it's like kind of upgraded graphics, where like they put voiceovers and shit. I don't know if that was in the original.
It was, yeah.
Okay,
It really
cool.
ahead of its time. Yeah,
Wow.
the
Well,
voice-
if you're cool like me and still have a 360, you don't need to run that fucking emulator, yo.
Yo,
Well,
bitch!
it's important though
Yo.
because, I mean, PS4 is still dragging their feet to the backwards compatibility. So
Well,
True,
according
true.
to Sony, we're not interested in backwards compatibility.
Okay.
As in consumer.
All right.
Yeah, I've never met anyone who was like, yeah, I'm not interested in that.
you know what? Backwards compatibility
Who the
go
fuck
fuck
are you talking
itself.
to, Sony?
I'm not. I don't mean to take this over. I'm not first. I don't even probably get a vote. Oh, and you know what? I do. I'm second. So Kyle, you're first on this one.
You know what, dude? I was never a big fan of those like point and click games. Like even when I try to go back and play like Grim Fandango, I'm like, why is this not clicking with me? So I like Telltale games just fine.
I get
you
it.
know?
I get it, dude. Trust
I don't.
me.
I mean, I don't. So off camera, tell me what the fuck's going on.
No. I get what you're saying because like I tried Grim Fandango too, and I was like, why can I not?
Oh, okay. So you
figure-
relate
No, it
there.
wasn't Grim Fandango. It was another one. It was a different one. It wasn't Monkey Island. It was very
Day of the
similar.
Tentacle?
Yes, that one.
Okay, yeah.
Because
yeah.
everybody praised the
again,
shit out of that
Everyone loved those games. Oh,
Yeah.
you really like this? No, I didn't. You're wrong. I didn't really like that game.
one. Yes.
So that I just don't have a lot of fond memories of that. So I mean, it's easy for me. It's Symphony of the Night. I know it's my number 1 and everything, but I'm gonna save so much ammunition for that game. I'm gonna need it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Completely understandable. I'm next, and this is kind of a no-brainer because I literally, I literally just played Castlevania, and it holds up out the ass.
Yeah.
Monkey Island.
It's
If
like 20 years old. Yeah.
yes, and
Literally.
everything that was in it, you're telling me was already in it. That's the craziest shit to me. Like I thought they added all this stuff. Nope, they really didn't. Like it was already that game, and they just kind of made it look more colorful, I guess. But it still looks amazing. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to say amazing, but it's kind of like, if an indie developer put out like Owlboy or something like that. It's like that, but still on that level, and the gameplay is just as good in terms of like, how much shit you can load onto your person.
Oh,
And all
yeah.
the spells and stuff like that. God damn it, this game is...
Yeah, the voice acting is not the best, but dude, it was 1997.
Yes.
You didn't
Still
know any
good,
better
though.
back then. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's not awful, but man,
That's not a con, I don't think.
No,
honestly,
I don't think so. I wouldn't dock it if I were
Not for
reviewing it.
1997. I mean, I'm voting Castlevania.
Sweet.
Monkey Island, if I picked it up today, I'd probably fucking hate my life. So it's just, that's what I loved as a kid. That's mainly how I compiled my list. So
Yeah.
JD, I guess you would have voted Castlevania too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nice. Well,
I
we should
respect
probably.
Monkey Island. It popped up on a lot of people's top lists.
I got a lot of respect for that game. So
Totally.
It sounds like we're gonna have to save a lot of shit for Castlevania moving forward.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna have some legs. I don't mean to spoil it in advance, but yeah. Anyway, the next one is very interesting. Two completely different genres, just like the last one, actually. Number 10 seed is Extreme G, which is not about gangsters or anything. Versus number 7 seed. I know, right? It's unfortunate. Versus number 7 seed, Quake 2, which I think JD and I had represented.
Wait, it's Quake 2 versus what?
What?
Quake 2 versus what?
Oh, Extreme G.
Oh, Extreme G. Oh.
Oh my. Hello. I don't even mean to go George Tacky.
Hello.
You know how people pronounce it George Takei or Takai? I'm just going to go completely wrong.
Taki?
Yeah.
Like the
What if he calls
the Mexican
you personally?
tortilla snacks?
Yeah, right. What if he calls you personally and goes, "That's actually really how you pronounce it," and thank you.
The only
I'm gonna
person
fly you
I
out
heard
to my
get it
establishment.
right is the Entertournament of Champions podcast. They
That'd
got
be
it
a really
extremely
good,
correct.
really good publicity for us.
It really would. Hey, Georgie, if you're out there, I don't know why I called you that. I'm sorry. I immediately apologize, sir. But yeah, give me a call if you want to be on here. He's not gonna. I'll just wait. You know what? I'll wait.
We're waiting.
Oh, look at this. Got a phone call. Wrong number. All right, so
Son of a bitch.
Starting up this round is JD.
Oh, cool. Well, I was probably going to go with Extreme G until you told me it wasn't about gangsters. I don't know what video I was watching, but it wasn't Extreme G. Actually, I never played that game, and I played the shit out of some Quake 2.
Me too.
Which, I want to give Quake 2 save some ammunition, I guess, because it might need it against Castlevania. So I'm going to go with the one that I've played and not the one that I haven't, because that'd be ridiculous.
That's some logic I can follow right there.
There you go.
Because that'd be fucking stupid. It's kind of like me voting for Mega Man over Crash Bandicoot, but at the same time, I never played
but there's
either.
There's a difference there, because Mega Man is actually about a man. Extreme G is not about gangsters.
That's true.
So
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lives up to the
Again,
title.
that's flawless logic. I follow.
flawless. I'm on it today, guys. I'm on it.
Kyle is next on this one.
Quake's fine. It's whatever. I will say Quake went on to make some great sequels. Extreme G went on to make some pretty shitty sequels.
Did they? I didn't even play them.
Yeah, 2 and 3 not good. They're not good games. And also
bummer.
a series that doesn't exist today while Quake is still lingering in some form. So you got to give Quake to that. But I'm in a very fuck you mood today, so fuck Quake, and I'm going Extreme G. I know it's not going to get chosen, so fuck you both. And,
Damn.
Me and
but since I'm probably sending it up, I will say that is one of my ultimate party games. That's the game that we were playing so much of, and screaming at the TV because it was so easy to fall off the track. Just it
was ridiculous.
just that puberty scream,
Yeah.
So yeah, I miss sitting there in a group of 4 little boys hanging out, screaming at each other, screaming obscenities.
You miss 4 little boys hanging out?
Well, when a little boy, Jeff.
Who doesn't?
What?
I want to hang out with 4 little boys someday. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, see,
all right.
To a weird place. But yeah, Extreme G's just a real talk. You talk about fond memories with other games, where maybe the memories are better than the game. This is definitely probably my version of that on my list. So
Cool.
Yeah.
I am gonna go with. I played Extreme G and I liked it. Extreme G.
Extreme G.
I heard you say Extreme D there. I'm not going to let that slide. You said Extreme D.
You know what? I was thinking of the original Extreme D, and then E was like let.
They just worked their way through the alphabet.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Extreme P is a nightmare.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
all right,
boy.
so Extreme G though, that was rough as a kid to play because I'm already an impatient gamer, but I mean I already had those qualities as a kid too, so that was just rough for me to play. Whereas Quake 2 had just a lot of elements of Doom and Doom 2 that I loved so much.
Dumb.
Dumb 2. So sorry America. But actually, not really, because Extreme G, you know what? A lot of people kind of shit on that game. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I still like that game. But Quake 2 is the one I'm going to vote for because I played it. I played it a fuck ton as a kid.
Cool.
And it was uber violent, and it had a soundtrack, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. But
Yeah.
but I like the fucking weird weapons in it, and I like how fast paced it was, and how it kind of scared the shit out of me. There was a lot of darkness in it, from what I remember.
Yep.
I actually played with a lot and entered the code to turn the lights on. I was a pussy. Anyway, so Quake 2 moves on. Probably not going to last long. So the next round, next matchup, spoiler alert, number 14 seed, we have Star Wars X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which does not stand for Thailand people, by the way, versus number 3 seed, Mario Kart 64. Holy shit. I added the holy shit. There's not a colon and then holy shit.
Mario
It
Kart
should be,
64,
though.
the holy shit edition.
Holy shit.
Holy shit! Was that a blue show?
Thank God I'm not first, but I'm about to be. So this one I go first. Oh, yay. Yeah, I get to start the trend. So yeah, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter is really fun. I'll go with that. I'll go at least with that opinion. Sorry, I'm not going with that title.
I was like, that's bold. Wow.
All right, you know what? It's really fun. I'll go with that. Fuck it. Fuck you guys.
And we
I'm
just
outta
follow
here.
suit. We just all shaft Mario Kart for no reason.
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter
Yeah,
doesn't
you know
even
what?
have balloons.
Yeah.
At that time, that was the type of game I think Kyle emphasizes in the last episode. That's the type of game we were kind of clamoring for, is the one that literally you're just dogfighting in space with these two iconic
ships.
Yes, like ships or whatever the fuck you want to call them, in space, like just shooting at each other. And we didn't have anything since then. I mean, we have iterations of this. They sprinkle this type of shit in Battlefront, which is really cool, and obviously it's upgraded so it looks better. But at the time, though, it was kind of like, where has this game been?
Right.
It's a no-brainer for me, Mario Kart 64. I've played that with my dying aunt. No, that's not true. But I did play it with pretty much...
Wow.
I never had a dying aunt. Anyway, I've played it with everybody in my family is my point.
Almost milked the sympathy vote there out of
I
me,
know.
man.
Yeah, jeez, yeah. This one's for your aunt, Jeff. I'm going.
She died with the controller in her hand, and it was
Pour
very
one out.
peaceful. She was very happy. So
God.
vote against that, motherfucker.
How she died while playing it? This is just awful.
Rainbow Road, she fell off the track, never came back.
Oh, no.
I love that game though, and we're gonna have to save some shit for that game because I'm looking at like 3 or 4 titles that are gonna, they're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a bad time. So
have a bad time.
the next is JD.
All right.
DJ
Well,
JD.
I did have the X-Wing versus the non-fighter from Thailand on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I love and appreciate that game for everything it was. But, man, Mario 64, dude, that Mario Kart 64 is just... It's a fucking great game. I think, didn't we all have that in our top 5 or top 4?
Oh, yeah.
I had it.
I forgot. I completely omitted it except my
Oh,
dad,
that's right.
So, yeah.
That's right. It's okay.
It would have been top
we
4 for
left-
me.
We left GTA off, both of us, for
Yeah,
Yes.
we were all just showed up without our brains, so...
technical oversight, so it happens.
I
Yeah,
assure
man.
you, for the movie one, I will have so
This,
much to bring.
64
I promise.
Mario Kart 64 was a really important game for me. Really
Yeah.
important game. It's that was a struggle. That fucking Rainbow Road level. There's a reason why you can still play the original one on some of the newer iterations.
Yeah, they're like,
You know,
remember this?
Yeah. Remember how bad you were at this game? Well, guess what? Your reaction time is slower because you're old as fuck now, and it's even harder.
And I like how the new Rainbow Road, remember how hard Rainbow Road was? Well, check out this fucking harder version of it. What
look
are you
at
doing?
this shit. But yeah, seriously, and I mean this non-sarcastically, all due respect to X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, that game is very impactful for me as a youngin, as well as a youngling. But Mario Kart 64 taking the Rainbow Road all the way to what was that one in the Star Cup? Is that in the Star Cup?
Probably.
Yeah, you're winning the Star Cup with that one.
Kyle, where are you going to vote, man?
It would have been Mario Kart, man. It's pretty easy for me as
Poser.
well.
Poser.
I know, such a fucking try-hard copycat. Fucking cuck.
I haven't heard that in so long. Holy shit.
So, yeah,
Libtard
Mario Kart.
cuck.
I love TIE Fighters versus American Fighters, but, you know, it's it is what it is. It's just a dogfighting sim, and Mario Kart. Friendships were forged in the fires of betrayal with this game.
Oh, no doubt.
How could you do that to me? Like, I thought we were fighting the computers, you know?
Yeah. We're like, well, it's funny. It's funny to attack you.
Yeah, it's funny to attack you when you're not fucking expecting it, you jit. You big old dick.
So Mario Kart moves on. These titles. So the next matchup is, I think, the most interesting of the earlier round. The first round, whatever you want to call this round. Preliminaries? Whatever. Anyway, no, that was the last round. Anyway, so Final Fantasy VII is number 11 seed. And if you think that's too low, well...
Sorry, watching the wrong show, apparently.
Cry, baby.
Okay, so...
but Aerith died, and it was really sad! Whatever.
Holy shit. So that's the number 11 seed versus number 6 seed, Turok Dinosaur Hunt. You hunt fucking dinosaurs in that game.
Yeah.
Dude, Final Fantasy's about to get knocked out, isn't it? My goddamn N64 first-person shooter. Wow.
Oh,
But with dinosaurs, though.
Yeah, but it's got
With
dinosaurs!
Dinosaurs.
Fucking raptors in it. Hey,
You
doing?
sit there, you see those dinosaurs! Alright.
Kyle, you're first on this one.
God, I am not going to be fucking buried in this grave. Alright? Can I push it? Are we doing that this episode?
Nope.
Can we push it?
No, don't even have it. Don't even have it queued up.
Oh, damn it. Alright, let's
Hey,
see.
JD, have you played Final Fantasy?
Nope.
So you're off the hook, Kyle. You can vote for it.
I mean, I'm probably going to, just so I don't get buried by comments or whatever. And it just feels right because, like, again, we're talking legacy and, like, what it did for that genre.
Yeah.
And, like, stuff like that. Whereas, like, when we're talking about first-person shooters from that year in N64, the one that everyone talks about is GoldenEye, not Turok.
Yep. That's true.
So,
True.
You know, that's my point, if I had to
Unless
make
you're
one.
me. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Ooh, I fucking played Turok 24/7, man. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to go Final Fantasy, man. I like Turok a lot. It's like, it's great. It's one of the all-time greats. And it's like one of those things where it's like, how the fuck is that still not a thing? Like, that's the thing that got canceled, you know? Like, of all the things, you know, like, that's the thing that doesn't exist anymore. But, yeah, I gotta go Final Fantasy. You know, Final Fantasy, that's the golden era of RPGs right there, and that's a shining pillar of just, like, what that genre can do. It is just fucking ages like dog shit. So it's not an easy game to just pick up and go, yeah, I'm going to re-experience this. Okay, good luck. Yeah, have fun with that.
Not with 2017 eyes.
They literally have triangle hands, so have fun. Yeah, and they know what to talk.
My God.
You're going to be reading everything, you know, so which is not a problem for some people, but, you know, God, you know, we've come so far, it's really hard to go back to that game.
I hear you. And I get it. I get the vote. So I'm next. Oh my God, JD, you can go fuck yourself.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding. It's like I'm gonna vote for Final Fantasy. I'm gonna vote for this game I never played and touched and really don't care for.
I'm gonna vote for a genre that I vocally hated ever since we started doing podcasts. I would literally lose my shit on you if you did that. Oh, fuck off, Jeff!
Hey, you know, the thing with Final Fantasy is it's like all Japanese and stuff, so I'm going to go with Turok.
Because good old THQ, right? I think THQ made that. Good old America.
Yeah, I think so.
THQ made that, turned around, and made No Mercy. How about that?
They made a lot of wrestling. Wrestling games.
Well, yeah, they made pretty much all of them in the N64.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh,
and I have all of them.
No
Me
Mercy.
too.
No Mercy may be the greatest wrestling game ever created. So.
Yeah, I agree. Everything that's come after is just striving to be as good as No Mercy.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, they can add all the modes they want. If it doesn't play the same, it's dog shit.
I know. Yep. Go back to single button moves. Like, what are we doing? Like, I feel like I'm playing Madden whenever I'm checking out a like, oh, do the audible, do a fucking half degree rotation, alternate ambient, and then maybe you'll have your special ready. It's not, fuck all that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here's the reversal mode where you have to like time it right and then reverse. Can we just grapple and then, I don't know, get lucky? I mean, why?
Right. Rock, paper, scissors system happened or something.
I mean, that's what they did. Whenever you would do a strong grapple with somebody, you end up going into a test of strength or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You would end up doing that in No Mercy. I'm pretty sure they introduced it in that game. Because, like, you can't both strong grapple at the same time. Eventually, it just turns into a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was cool, though, because it was kind of random. It was kind of like button mashing and hoping for the best. Whereas with the new ones, it's like, time it right. But the timing never fucking works. It's just a lie. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to get on that. I don't want to get on that.
You know what I would get on if they HD re-release that and put it on like the PlayStation Store for download or something?
Yes. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Burns. In this round, I'm still voting. Turok. Yeah, I'm gonna go Turok. Sorry, America and international listeners. I imagine all the Brazilians listening being super pissed at this news right now. I don't know.
They'll get over it.
They'll be like, oh, let's go watch some soccer instead, or whatever the fuck they do over there in Brazil.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, let's go look at these attractive ladies, because there's a ton of those over there.
They just got done with Miss Booty this week, so that's what they were all doing this week, looking at butts.
Looking at butts. Oh
what a life! What a life!
Fucking push it.
Speaking of booty.
Speaking of booty, they're playing this video game called Looking at Booty. All right, so I'm gonna go with Turok because I think it was a really cool concept. I'm not really gonna have a lot to say on it for the next round, but I'm sorry for all the Final Fantasy lovers. I know there's a legacy and a lot of emotion attached to 7, especially.
I foresee what's about to happen, so I just want to say, when we get angry mail, direct it directly at these two guys.
Yeah, I have a Twitter, so I'm cool.
I'm the one that chose correctly on this one.
Awesome. Social
I'm cool
media
with y'all
blackout.
sending me, yeah.
A lot of people are about to get blocked.
Send me tweets. I don't care. If it's your dick or your shitty opinion about Final Fantasy, it's fine with me. It's not a shitty opinion.
I will
I'm kidding.
go on record just to bury myself after trying to do some due diligence on saving myself. Definitely not the best Final Fantasy. Easily one of the worst. Okay.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
It's not my favorite.
You die on that hill then.
Yeah. I know, right. I am.
Well, I'll die on this one over here with a raptor and shit. Turok's going forward for me. JD, you're the tiebreaker.
Oh man, this one's real tough. So many memories not ever playing a Final Fantasy game ever in my life, and
I played one, and it was my Final Fantasy.
And I gotta knock it a little bit, man.
Kidding.
How many Final Fantasies do you need to have? Which one will be the final one? Because all of them have been final, and you keep coming out with more.
Hey! They got the never-ending story 1, 2, and 3. So,
That's true.
But if it never ends,
then
it's continuously never ending.
Actually, that makes sense.
Turok.
Really super bad example.
What about Final Destination?
Okay. Yeah, Final Destination 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
That's true. That's another equally criticizable element of movies.
And a dumb as fuck premise, but whatever.
It's dumb as fuck. And the fact that
Death has a personality.
You owe Death. Okay,
Death has a personality to 10 different people spread out across 8 entries over a decade. What do you know?
If we're on the subject of bad titles, can I just throw Fable Legends in there? Those are synonyms.
Yeah, that's true.
You might as well
Fable.
Tail.
Yeah, that would be true.
Fable Legends. Fuck off. You're the worst. Fuck off, Xbox.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Turok for sure.
Yeah.
And Turok 2 is actually pretty entertaining as well.
Turk.
I remember that. Turok.
I like Turok 3 Oblivion. People hate that game, and I was like, dude, that game had a great story. It was.
I don't
good.
remember touching a sequel. I'm gonna be honest.
I feel like an asshole. I didn't know that a third Turok came out.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a good game.
Well, at least the first one wasn't called Final Turok, and then they made 2 more. So
yeah, that's true. Okay, good point. I'll allow it.
Hey, they had one. They had a reboot come out for the 360. How was that?
Yeah.
And the PS3. Oh, mixed reviews. All right, well, never mind. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah,
So
forget
there's
that.
definitely
Sweep
a
that under
legacy
the
that
rug.
I was not aware of because I only played the one on N64 and let it kind of stand alone for itself.
man, I like there's a collective love for Final Fantasy VII, and in the hate culture we live in now, when that remake comes out, it's just going to be so interesting to see everybody hate Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get to see two sides of that coin here pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. I love that game. Play the
Final
remake.
Fantasy VII is so good. The remake comes out, it's so bad, you know? Like, even if it's great, you know, people are sort of like, ugh. So, yeah. We'll see.
Fucking Lyra McLyerson's over there. So Turok moves on. Sorry to Obama and the previous presidents.
We literally lost all.
We love Final Fantasy.
It's this is unforgivable.
No one's ever gonna tune in for gaming news, rest. We might as well just cancel Game Bang after this.
Or those fuckboys that don't like Final Fantasy or something.
Turok over Final Fantasy, and I'll be like, it wasn't me.
At least I got one episode in before we cancel the whole fucking thing. So there we go.
All right, so here we go. Quarterfinals. We're here, baby.
Boom.
Get everything you got. All right, so we got first up we have Mega Man X4 versus another Mega Man of his own kind. It's GoldenEye 007. And this one, JD starts. Oh my god, JD.
Oh my god, where am I going to go with this?
Oh my god, hello, JD.
Oh my god, hi, how are you guys? I meant to ask you earlier. How
good.
are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, man, I just pretty good. God damn it. Yeah, it's gonna be GoldenEye for me. I know that's a shocker to the world and to the both.
I know
of you
you're
especially.
a Mega Man fanboy.
I actually am to a certain degree. I kind of love the shit out of some Mega Man. I think I have Mega Man 2 on my phone. Actually, that's
nice.
I have an app.
How does that even work?
I don't even fucking know.
That game has so much necessary for precision, and you're playing on a phone.
It has a joystick and 2 fake A/B buttons at the bottom. It's terrible. There's a reason I'm like,
horrendous.
I think I have that game on my phone because it was impossible to play. But man, yeah, I love Mega Man, and obviously it's a long-standing franchise. The GoldenEye series or the 007 series, can't really say the same. That's kind of the one entry that is decent out of all the Pierce Brosnan era video game.
I played the World Is Not Enough a lot, but only because it's that youthful phase where you just convince yourself everything is good.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Just because
like
the first one is.
Like the Mission Impossible game for N64. Did y'all ever play that?
Yes.
I played the
about that
shit
game
out of that game.
Often. Yeah.
Yes.
What a horrible game that I
fucking terrible.
Probably put 1,000 hours into. You know?
Yeah, fucking terrible.
I loved playing it because I was young and stupid.
Yeah, precisely.
Oh yeah.
Precisely.
Totes
But
the goats.
yeah, this one and you said World Is Not Enough. Tomorrow Never Dies, equally terrible.
Everything or Nothing was actually a third-person perspective game on the PS2, and it was really good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, super good.
You know, they did did they do a shitty remake of GoldenEye or tried to?
They did, yeah. Failed on the Wii.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that didn't go over well at all.
Yeah.
Like not the same at all. What a bummer. And they used the fucking likeness of the new people. Daniel Craig was in that one.
No. You can't do that.
No, it's weird, right? It's fucking
awful.
weird. But you got a golden controller with the Wii or something.
Oh my god, that's cool. Can't wait to break it when I throw it at my wall for how fucking ridiculous that concept is.
Oh boy. I would like to see that remade now, because with the right people, like who makes good shooters now, you know what I mean? Like there's a ton of people, I guess, developer-wise.
True.
Want the right person to take it on.
It's almost sacrilege territory, man. I almost don't. I don't know if I want that.
I'm just saying, it's tough to go back to this game. Whatever, we'll get to that. Yeah. Anyway, Kyle, how are you going to vote on this one?
So hard, man. I don't know. It's GoldenEye, dude. It's GoldenEye.
Over Mega Man?
I love Mega Man. I love Mega Man. It's so good. Fucking GoldenEye. Like, if anything beats that game, which I'm really going to push for something, because I'd love to usurper that game if I could. But nothing probably will. It's fucking GoldenEye. Like, we all have good memories of that game. Slappers only, baby. The faculty.
Faculty, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, I have such, like, talk about a game that I, like, it was all about doing a run and going, I could do that better. I could probably do that
exactly.
without being shot once. I could probably do it without getting shot once, you know?
Or
Absolutely.
getting seen, yeah.
And just, like, perfecting your run on these levels, you know? I miss that. I miss level-based first-person shooters, you know? So, I don't know. Talk about, like, a game that has its own legacy that isn't trapped in itself, you know? Like, it began and end there in terms of, like, quality first-person shooter Bond games. But we still talk about that game to this day as a game changer, as the game changer, you know, for console-based first-person shooters. So, you know, big ups to that game. It's going to go far.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In life and in the bracket.
In life and
So my voice is irrelevant in this round, but yeah, I would have voted for GoldenEye, obviously. You know what? I was going to give Mega Man a fair shot. No, I'm kidding. So the next round... The next round is the one that hurts my head the most. This is Grand Theft Auto versus Star Fox 64.
What? Yeah, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing this one.
We can't push shit. You can get your shit pushed in. How random that fucking...
But you have it back.
Baby. So... In this round, I'm first, and these are two of the best like gaming debuts. Period. Right? Like,
yeah.
Did Star Fox?
Yeah. No,
so Star Fox did not exist before.
Super Nintendo version.
Super Nintendo had a Super Nintendo version. It's literally the same thing as the N64 version, but shitty polygon graphics.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awful.
Okay.
Fun, but
this
awful.
makes me so miserable. I don't even want to do this round. I do want to put... can we push it forever and just...
Yeah, never...
No contest it?
Now push it!
Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Like, just mix that shit up.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this is miserable. Seriously. GTA... I don't know, they perfected it later on. I'm trying to fucking just talk myself through this. This is really tough. So, I think I'm gonna go with Star Fox on this one.
Okay.
Because, you know, I played it way more at that time, and my voice is really high right now.
Are we ending it? Are we ending early?
Oh, my bad. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Did I black out the whole podcast? Whatever.
I would have, like, if I remember GTA, I probably would have ranked Star Fox higher still, because it just offers so much in this specific... If we're talking about these two titles and not just the legacies, Star Fox over GTA. GTA introduces so much for gaming that people didn't know really they could do. I mean, obviously you could kill people because of Doom and Wolfenstein and shit like that from before, but like this is just different. You know what I mean? It's just mayhem.
Yeah, that you're causing, and then cops come after you, and you can do car chases, and you know, it's cool. Like, there are consequences.
But yeah, there's something about it.
Consequences, you know.
Something about it being top down and stuff, whereas Star Fox is what I guess you would call it third person.
Behind the shoulder. Yeah.
Exactly, and you're aerial and shit. Like it's no big deal. And sure, the mechanics might be a little tough to manage, kind of like GoldenEye nowadays. I don't know, man. It's just, I think it's more iconic of a title than the first GTA. GTA 3 is the like where it's like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're just talking these two specific titles and not just the legacies, I'm going Star Fox, and I think that's the argument I'm gonna make, so I can justify moving on to somebody else.
Cool.
So I'm going Star Fox, and JD, you're next.
Cool. I'm going to make a similar point with a slightly different spin on it. Got a gun to your head, and I tell you, you're going to have an equal amount of fun time playing one game from each of these franchises, and you play one, right? You're not playing GTA 1, right?
Yes.
You're playing. That's a really poor setup, by the way. God damn.
No, I'm following.
I was like gun to my head. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm saying you got to play one of each. Which one are you going to? You're going to Star Fox 64 if I say you have to play a Star Fox
It's the
game.
best in the series, whereas GTA 1 is not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not. You're going, I'll take 3. I'll take I might take Vice City. I'll take 5. Fuck
Might
yeah, I'll
take Vice
5.
City.
Dude,
Fuck
I
you,
would take
you might
Vice City
take it.
all day.
Dude, I love
Dude,
Vice City.
have you ever thought about this? It's Grand Theft Auto 6. 6 Roman numeral is VI. You just put CIE in there.
Ah.
I'm feeling it. I think it's happening.
Ah.
I think it's happening, everybody.
Revisit to Vice. They'll do like the Resident Evil where they
you
made
got
the
the
Evil
scoop.
the 7.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
exactly. They're gonna
Do that
finagle
shit,
it. They're gonna
but make it be for a good
finagle it in
game?
there. And they'll do something different this time. They were not going to do 3 people, and everyone wants to go back to the 80s, but I think everyone's kind of stuck in the modern days too. So I'm proposing time travel. Not time travel, but 2 different timelines. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
dude.
the
Yes.
past, you pay in the past as one character, as the character, and then it flashes forward to the same character in the modern day, where you're playing in
Man.
modern day Miami or whatever.
I hope
Take
we have
the
a.
idea, GTA. Take it. It's free. I'm giving it to you.
I hope we have a developer that's in our audience and they can actually like
I know.
hire
Yeah.
you and put that idea to good use because that's a fucking great idea.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah, that's
I
a
forgot
great
what
idea.
round we were having on. Yeah, this is a good idea.
Oh, my voice is cracking like it did in 1997. What do you know?
Kyle. JD, you're voting Star Fox then. So,
Oh, totes, yeah.
Kyle, where are you voting? Well, it's unanimous, but I mean, it's
right.
majority rules. But where would you have
would've
voted?
Probably always gone Star Fox for all the reasons that you guys were saying. And also, like, there's an air of satisfaction, especially at that age. Video games are created to, like, infiltrate your reward center and take it over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then give you the feeling of accomplishment, even though you're just sitting there fucking doing nothing. You know, it's hijacking your reward system, if you will. So the idea of being able to sit down and beat a game in 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on what path you take, and you know your buddy comes over, hey, what did you do today? Oh, I beat Star Fox 3 times this morning. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like you got something out of it by seeing those credits after just you got something out of that experience.
Yeah.
And you got it really quickly. Whereas GTA, you kind of had to dig. You know, that game's a long game even at that time. You know, you're not blowing through all the gangs, you know, in an afternoon.
No.
So like just that air of satisfaction.
Because the fucking
that you get.
camps.
Yeah, right. The camps are after me. So just that air of satisfaction that you get from beating a game in such a short amount of time, and then it not getting old. You're going, oh, I'm just gonna let's do it again. We're gonna go the other way. We're gonna go the other system this time.
Right.
It's cool, and So it's Star Fox for me.
I get it. I totally get it, and
Sorry, GTA.
I'm excited. I'm excited for these matchups, man. Holy shit.
We're just murdering all these classic franchises right now.
Yeah, we are, and I'm sure this will be an easier round for Kyle, at least. We have Quake 2 versus Castle fucking Vania. This is misery for me. So Kyle, you're first on this one.
Castlevania, just boom.
All right,
Boom.
cool. We'll move
I
on.
don't have to say anything more. Yeah.
You already said fuck Quake a little bit,
Yeah,
didn't you?
I'm at the point of diminishing returns after saying fuck Quake. So.
All right, that's fair enough. And I'm next. Hey guys, I'm next. It's me. It's my turn. I think these are both honestly, these are like 2 of the more replayable games from this year. You can literally just go back and pick it up, and it feels like the graphics are dated, but you can still have fun. Like shit, they just released a game. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's kind of a breakneck, kind of similar paced game where it's just really fast. It's kind of framed and designed and drawn like designed like a Doom type of 90s game. Can't remember the name of it, but it's still games coming out that kind of look and resemble Quake and Doom and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you could probably pick up Quake 2 and be like, oh yeah, this is still fun or whatever. I have to go with. I only played 30 minutes of the shit, but I'm gonna have to go with Castlevania.
Wow.
This is kind of weird, I know. I know I played the shit out of Quake, like when I was younger, but I find other shooters to be better than that and have age better.
Yep.
I don't know, just Castlevania has more of a story to it, and there's more that supernatural shit too. I know there's some of that in Quake though. It's a horror. They're both horror. It's fun. Yay!
Yeah.
Castlevania's just cooler, man.
Dude, Castlevania
It's you're just such a badass in it, and there's just nothing quite like that game this year, 1997. That is, this year that we're alive in now, 1997. What if we did this like our 1990s? I'm gonna vote for. I gotta watch Power Rangers. Let's hurry. All right, so kind of surprising everybody, I guess, with Castlevania, but I would just feel like a fucking fool for voting for Quake 2 when it doesn't have the same like depth in terms of story.
Right.
Like it's just literally just shoot things. And Castlevania is so much more than that and deserves to move on. It's just certain games when you pick them up that they're special, and that's one of those games.
Cool.
Anyway, so who's next? I don't even fucking know.
Me!
Oh, wait, where are we? I don't even know anymore. Oh yeah, it's JD.
Yeah, it's me.
That's right. Kyle already said Castlevania, so it doesn't matter. So JD,
I
where
would
did
have
you
gone
voted?
with Castlevania as well on this one.
Cool.
Because honestly, you put a gun to my head and tell me I got to play a Quake game and a Why do I insist on getting
like a
in
fantasy of
murderous
yours?
situations? Yeah, really. If you put a gun to my head and tell me
Yeah,
which podcast
who's this
to be
serial
on,
killer running around like demanding people's favorite games before they
He's
kill
not
them?
a serial killer. He never pulls the trigger. He just uses it to force great gaming experiences on you. He saves more than he got. What's that? Louis C.K. He rapes or saves more than he rapes. It's the same
I don't
thing.
even remember that.
It's the same thing. It's the same shit. If you have to tell me to play a Castlevania game today, it's going to be Symphony of the Night. If you tell me to play a Quake game, it's probably going to be the Arena game. So, yeah.
I'm shocked by this development. No, I'm kidding. So, this goes to our next round, which is it's not as challenging, but for me at least, Turok versus Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
We have JD going first on this one, even though you just talked, but still.
Oh,
You'll
cool.
go first.
Sweet. Man, this it's Mario Kart 64, kind of in a landslide, but I mean, put an equal amount of
In
time
your brain,
in.
maybe.
Yeah, it's
I said it.
in my brain. Man, I put a lot of time into Turok too. So, Turok as well, and Turok 2, not Turok 3. But Mario Kart 64 was that family game and a friend game, so it meant a lot more to me. And it's got balloons, and Turok doesn't have balloons, so I'm gonna go Mario Kart 64 because it's got balloons.
Go
And to be fair, it does have a dinosaur in it. It's got 2 dinosaurs in it.
It does, yes.
Dose
and I
dinosaurs.
remember that. I remember being blown away by that as a kid. Like, look at that shit.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. So Kyle, you're next. Who's going to be Turok or Mario
I
Kart?
just want to get this out of the way. I would have felt a lot better Final Fantasy losing to Mario Kart.
I hear you.
Yeah, Turok moves forward just to get slaughtered by Mario Kart. I love Turok. It's good stuff, man. I probably played that first level so many times just because for the longest time I didn't have a memory card on the N64, so it was just like, I turned it off.
Oh, yeah, man. Remember that? When that was a privilege?
Yeah, remember that?
You remember having to debate between the extra memory or the rumble pack because for some reason the goddamn memory was in your controller?
Yeah.
unless you bought the red cartridge that you could stick into the console. Yeah.
Yeah.
The struggle, man.
Jesus, yeah, the struggle is real.
Seriously.
I would have gone Mario Kart 2. It doesn't matter, but yeah, that's the one that's the one I played more, and I could still pick up even to date. Like this is another replayable game. I mean, honestly, every other Mario Kart title that comes out is basically this. Well, I mean, it's SNES, but it looks better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I'm saying.
No, I'm saying.
All right, so we're in the semifinals now. Holy, this is where shit gets real. Shit gon' get real. I'm turning to Martin Lawrence or something. That wasn't racist. So, just gotta tell myself that. So, the first matchup is Star Fox 64 versus the Eye That Is Golden.
Wow.
700.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This is this whole thing is miserable. Like this feels like more miserable than the war movie stuff. Like the war movie stuff was kind of like, oh, Saving Private Ryan, guys, come on, let's stop dicking around.
This may be the most miserable category I've ever come across.
Right.
Like not category, but matchup here.
Yes.
You're talking about two. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck this. And that's our show. So
yeah, right.
All 4 of these win.
Yeah.
I'm first in this one, and I'm going to go with. I think these are both kind of actually a little rough to revisit. Like they just don't. There are other games that like fly better or shoot better now. I mean, obviously these were kind of introductions to that being. So I don't know. I mean, by this point, these are refined mechanics in those genres. Yeah, GoldenEye. These are both a little tough to revisit, but GoldenEye is the one that was played more obsessively in my house. So I'm going to end up going with that one. I'm trying to be more objective about it too. At the same time, okay, if we're going to be objective about it, still GoldenEye.
You're becoming more like your father.
Because of the legacy that it instilled in console shooters going forward. Because PCs were like just owning that arena for quite a while, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall a single first-person shooter that just blew me away before the N64. I don't remember one. It was just Doom 2 and Wolfenstein and Doom, you know, all those PC games. So, I don't know. I feel like GoldenEye kind of like, you know, we throw the term around genre defining a lot. And that's certainly what Star Fox is in a genre of its own. You're doing a lot of shit in that.
Yeah.
But GoldenEye, man, I have to go with that. Probably one of the best franchise games ever made. It doesn't really age well, but still, at the, you know, legacy wise, seriously, like that and like Batman Arkham City or something. Just Jesus Christ with those games. So yes, that's my vote. Is GoldenEye. Sorry, JD, where are you gonna vote, man?
This one is a lot tougher than it should be, I think, because I think objectively, yeah, it's GoldenEye all the way. But I mean, there's still a lot to be said about Star Fox.
Oh my God, there's so much to be
There's
said
a lot
for
to be
it.
said about Star
I'm
Fox. I
going
mean,
to
just
say a lot.
the level diversity and how there was that moment when you realize, oh shit, if I do this level a different way, a different thing happens. Like that was a mechanic that I hadn't really experienced much of before as a young gamer. But I mean, just the multitude of gameplay that I got out of GoldenEye, not only soloing and trying to unlock all the cheat codes, but multiplayer. Like that game introduced multiplayer to the console, or multiplayer first-person shooter anyway, to my whole group of console playing friends.
Yeah.
Like PC, like you said, that's not really anything new, but we're just sitting around, 4 dudes with a bunch of controllers after a couple rounds of Magic the Gathering. It's fucking GoldenEye, man. That's just too good. Remember?
Remember all these games? All 4 of these games. Remember?
Barry's
Yeah,
real
seriously.
hard.
But yeah, another serious, all due respect to Star Fox and Peppy and his barrel rolls and. Yeah, it's time to spin off to Losersville because GoldenEye is gonna win. It's gonna win this round.
Oh boy.
Totally.
Oh boy. Sorry to Kyle, but go ahead and say your piece, man.
I'm gonna, not that I disagree with some of your points, Jeff, but I'm gonna make some objective counterpoints to them about them not being like very approachable as you go back to them, because at the time there was some revolutionary stuff going on with
absolutely
with both of those games, not in the way that we may think about them, and maybe I'll get to shed some light on a couple of things that maybe people don't remember about each of those games. Star Fox had a level that like you were defending like this base, and like an ID. Like an Independence Day style ship comes over it and like opens up its center.
Oh yeah.
And there's like 1,000,000 fucking ships on screen, good guys and bad guys, and all out like air war is happening. And you can shoot the good guys and the bad guys. And even Slippy would be like, "Oh, I got one! Wait a minute, that was one of ours!" You know, it's just like it's so funny all the banter that's going on and stuff like that. And depending on how well you do during that battle, how well you're like taking out enemies and not shooting out good guys, like that amount of good guys will be in the cutscene at the end of that level. It will kind of give you that like you did a good job, like it. But if you did a really shitty job, it'd be like you and 3 other ships, you know. Like so, it was just really cool how
that's true.
How diverse that ending was, and like how open that area was, and how you could fly anywhere, and you were waiting for that hatch to open as you were dogfighting all this stuff. It was amazing. It was so out of this world. I'd never seen anything like that ever. And it was one of those levels that you had to like secretly get to. So it was one that just wasn't found right away either. And then everyone kind of found it and lost their minds over it. That being said, you guys remember like when you shoot someone in GoldenEye, they react to it in the place that you shoot them.
Yeah, they're like looking at the wall or something.
Well, not only that, but like you shoot them in the dick and they grab their dick.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
You shoot them in the
blood
hand.
on the dick.
You shoot them in the hand and they drop their gun and hold their hand and there's blood on their hand. That game was really, really, really forward thinking. Games that came out after games that came out after that game didn't even do that. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't a steeple in games until like the Halo generation and stuff like that. So like PS2 and Xbox shooters.
Yeah.
So it's just so ahead of its time, you know. Like that's amazing to go back and play that game and like recall like, oh, I didn't ever appreciate this shit as a kid. Like how they're reacting to like, oh, I got shot here or whatever. I noticed that now because I was like, man, I didn't know things were happening like that back then. I didn't know we were there yet, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't pay that much attention to details, kids, not at all. That's a great point, though. God damn it, I'm so glad we're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I could shed some light on both of these games. But it's GoldenEye. Objectively, it's GoldenEye.
Okay.
I probably, you know, like, and they're both replayable at at that time. I mean, like, you were dumping hundreds of hours in those games sitting by yourself or with a friend, you know? And Star Fox had a really good battle mode. People forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
I did forget about that. Holy.
Yeah.
Totally true, man.
GoldenEye for sure.
So, GoldenEye moves on, but the next round is even more of a headache. We have Castlevania Symphony of the Night versus Mario Kart 64. Two very similar games. So...
How did they both end up on the list if they're so similar? That's crazy. We should have had a rule in place or something. Yeah.
They're like literally the same game.
Yeah.
So this matchup, Kyle goes first. I know you just said a lot, but
did just say
you
a
go
lot.
first, man. I'm sorry. I know this is easy for you though. So
is it? I don't know. I mean, they offer two very different experiences.
They do. They do.
Like I have friends over. I'm not playing Castlevania.
Right. That's probably why I never played it.
Yeah, but if I have friends over, guess what? We're playing some Mario Kart. God damn. This is rough. When a Mario Kart game comes out, I buy them and I still really enjoy them. You know what I mean? Like they're still important games to me, but not as important as they were back then when I had a platform, aka being a kid and having friends over all the time, to experience those games in the way that are supposed to be experienced. Because it's not the same playing online. You don't have that face value of like talking shit to someone that you grew up with or are friends with or whatever.
Right.
It's just not the same doing in those interactions with strangers. Whereas when a Castlevania game gets announced or is like even talked about, it's like a monumental event for me. It's like, oh my god, like, it's like the biggest deal in the world to me. So what I'm saying is like series-wise, like I like Castlevania way more than I like Mario Kart, even though I have much more fonder memories playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go Castlevania.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm next, and I don't like it at all. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. JD, you're gonna have to sweat because I'm gonna vote for Mario Kart. I don't want to leave it up to me at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you really shouldn't push one through that you've only played 30 minutes of.
Yeah, that's
if you have the opportunity to.
I did push it this far, but I mean, still, there's a lot to say for that game. Like I said, man, it's
okay.
Jesus.
Real good.
There's like I said, there's something like just like tangibly special about the game as soon as you pick it up and you're like fighting Dracula the first moments of the game and you're talking to each other and talking about curses and shit and how nobody really wants to be where they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just kind of there by circumstance, unfortunate circumstance. God damn it, man. Castlevania's good. Shit, it's really good. It reminded me of like Owlboy when I picked up Owlboy because that's the thing that came out last year that kind of looks like this game. You're just doing more. You're flying around and shit. It's fantastic. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, sorry, JD.
That's cool.
Were you about to vote? I don't even know. I said Mario Kart because
you're a bitch.
I
you
want
don't want to just form an opinion. God.
Bitch.
I 100% wanted to split the vote. And B, CA. No, I'm just kidding. No, and B, I play this game so fucking much, and this series has aged incredibly well. This title and this series has aged well. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the shit. What they have done with the battle scene, like the battle arenas and stuff now, is amazing. Like my brother and I played that the other day, and we enjoyed playing that more than racing. It's just so much fun. The amounts of modes that they have nowadays. They can fuck off with that Splatoon arena. Stop trying to make that shit happen. But otherwise... What?
This is funny.
Oh, I thought you were like, like you were...
Oh, no, like...
that's a good arena. Oh, you got some Splatoon defenses in your back pocket?
I do not have any defense for that fucking game. No, thank you.
People like that game, and it's going to be another
People have asked me,
they're going to tune out by this point.
You playing Splatoon right now? I'm like, no. They're like, what was the other game just coming? You playing ARMS? I'm like, no. They're like, why do you want to Switch then? I'm like, because I'm going to play games later, not just these fuckwad games that they know people will buy because it's a launch system right now.
These fuckwad games.
Yeah, like that's exactly what these games, like they're just games that people, I just want a game for my new system, so I'm just going to buy it. You know, I'm way off base on this. I know people genuinely like those games, but...
oh boy. JD, you still got to vote. You got to decide the vote, man.
Yeah. And while you guys were talking it out, I went and grabbed a penny just in case I just needed to fucking do a coin flip and just let that fucking dictate it. I'm gonna go No Country for Old Men with this shit, because I might talk myself into a total fucking knot here and not be able to decide.
Oh my god.
Jesus. From a gameplay standpoint, from an hours put in standpoint, it's definitely Mario Kart. Although I will say the Castlevania franchise compared to the Mario Kart franchise might be about on par. I played a lot of those Castlevania games over the years.
Really?
Oh yeah, man. I've got.
Why am I always so shocked by this? I've just never played a single fucking one of them.
On the NES, that was like my dad and I would play that game regularly, and there was I think even had Castlevania 2 and maybe even 3, maybe somewhere. Got to go dig through the storage unit and find those, man, because I'd love to fire them back up on the old NES. Did any Castlevania games make? I know this is a total tangent. Did they make the little special edition miniature version? Did any of those make it on there for the NES?
What?
Like
the NES?
You know the plug and play NES. That
Oh
like
no,
I'm pretty
I
sure. Yeah.
I don't know if they did or not. I'd have to look at the list again. Yeah.
I remember seeing Castlevania on there, and I was like, oh, I've
I
never played one of
imagine
those.
Simon's Quest or something is on there. Those are
Okay.
classics,
Oh yeah, Simon's Quest too. Jesus
So
Christ.
good.
Man, this one is really, really tough for me because the kid in me is like Mario Kart 64, but the adult that loves video games, I could still go back and play Castlevania and be like,
absolutely,
fucking fall right into it. So, but I don't think I need the coin. I think I'm gonna go Castlevania.
Whoa, yeah!
Okay. All right.
And let's be honest,
I'm glad that happened.
I don't think Mario Kart stands a chance against GoldenEye, so at least Castlevania can put up a good fight.
You're right. Yeah, GoldenEye. It would have been like it would have been like an Atlanta, New England situation.
Yeah.
Well, Mario Kart's gaining some steam and blows the lead. All right, so.
And GoldenEye with the blue turtle shell. All right.
Exactly. So that brings us to our final round, everybody. This is it for all the marbles. 1997 video games. Great year. GoldenEye versus Castle fucking Vania. And shit, I might be irrelevant in this. JD and Kyle are first. So
Woo!
JD, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, still got that coin handy.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, you might need that coin. Keep that.
Shit.
Fourth vote, the coin.
Because a lot of the same points I just made about Mario Kart could be said about GoldenEye. Because Castlevania is definitely a franchise that I am very near and dear to. But I think if I were making a top 5 all time, I'd have to really, really think about it. And eventually I think Castlevania might get knocked off that list. GoldenEye's fucking staying on there forever. Yeah, fuck the coin. GoldenEye.
Okay, that's fair. I get it. It's funny because like this vote is kind of like, yeah, we're both right. You know, whoever votes,
yeah,
whichever direction.
Yeah, I'm satisfied either.
They're both
way.
great.
Fucking, yeah. Either way.
So Kyle is next.
Oh my god.
You gonna go with the pew pew or the one where you jump a lot?
Pew pew or whip sword.
Whip sword, right? What other game has that shit? Like it at that time. All right, sorry.
Oh man. What'd you go, JD?
I went with GoldenEye. Too near and dear to my heart, man.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like I should go GoldenEye, and I wouldn't get any satisfaction of going Castlevania and going, no, you go, Jeff, because you're obviously not going to pick a 30-minute game.
I don't know, man. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, holy shit, this game is incredible.
It is incredible. I want to choose Castlevania bad. I even said, like, on Facebook that I was like, if you don't choose it, you're wrong. but you
did,
can
yeah.
do multiple things with GoldenEye. You can play a single player experience and be so fulfilled with a good story that kind of replicates the movie, and get a really good sense of like completion after you're beating levels and stuff like that. And then when your buddies come over, you can switch modes and just start fucking going to town.
Right.
Mhm.
And use all the
Castlevania-
cheats that you unlocked before they got over.
Castlevania not really like that. You know, you can't really do
No,
that.
that's
with
a
that
single
game.
player
It's a
experience.
single
meant for
player
you and
experience,
you
and yeah,
alone.
it's so unfair to compare the two or whatever. But if we're talking about best game experience, one's marking off 2 boxes and the other one isn't. And I never want to like push something forward because it has multiplayer, because that's the problem we have nowadays. Everything just has shoehorned in shitty multiplayer because they think you need it, you know, to like be a successful game. So I don't want to like put that intention out there, because that's definitely not what's fueling this choice I'm kind of leaning towards.
And that's not what you're saying in this.
And that's absolutely not what I'm saying either. Yeah. So like, but you know, in terms of like games at that time, you know, and like what they achieved and what they stood for, and how we talk about them today, they both get brought up very often.
Mm-hmm.
But GoldenEye, Metroidvania is like its own genre, you know what I mean? And that genre doesn't really exist outside of Metroid or Castlevania.
Oh.
There are clones of it and stuff like that, but they just don't do it as well as this. Whereas like GoldenEye, it's always the comparison point. You know what I mean? And it was for the longest time. Like that's what you aim to be or whatever. So I just think like it had more of a vast impact industry-wide. In terms of like what it accomplished when it came out, whereas Castlevania just continued to refine what it is, you know, and it really defined a lot of stuff in storytelling and stuff like that also. But
totally,
it absolutely did. But you know, again, like we still use GoldenEye as a comparison point. Like in terms of like how much fun we have with our friends while playing multiplayer games, in terms of like whenever we make points like, oh, I wish we had couch multiplayer like GoldenEye or whatever. You know, like that game, it just seems like it's a game that's like missed. It's very missed, and we don't get like remakes of it or re-releases of it. Whereas Symphony of the Night gets re-released on every fucking system, so we don't really have a lot of time to miss that game.
True.
Whereas now GoldenEye is like, it's more of a memory than it is something that we all play, you know? So I don't know. I think I'm going GoldenEye on this one.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised.
shocked as shit, but I fucking get it, man. Like I'm sitting here like, yeah, it's a winner. Obviously,
I had to convince myself on that one. Yeah.
I probably would have eventually talked myself into GoldenEye because there's a lot to appreciate about Castlevania and what, like you said, what it did for storytelling, which is that's a big one for me. But obviously, GoldenEye. There's not a whole lot of effort they had to put into the storytelling because it's the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Down
Well,
to
they
the
never.
faces.
They said first-person shooters will never work on consoles. You have to have a keyboard and a mouse. And then Rare goes, you know, like it's...
Yeah, that's ballsy as fuck.
You know, even Turok didn't play as good as GoldenEye. No one remembers Turok as being this, like, almost flawless, like, controlling, like, game or whatever.
Right.
Or even Duke Nukem 64 and stuff like that, which is a PC port. But people remember how well it felt to, like, shoot people in GoldenEye.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, totally. Oh, man, it felt so good to watch people's bodies crumble.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, man.
Scripted.
That's a weird thing to say without sounding like a
I mean, like
sociopath.
it was the time before physics, so the scripted falls, like, it sold the deaths, you know. Again, hard to like kind of dwell on, but like it did, you know, the scripted falls that sold the deaths. It wasn't just like a pile of stuff falling over, you know, like they had animations and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they are kind of laying down in some of them, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Anyway, GoldenEye is officially, even though it's number 1 seed and everything, it's officially it had a lot of work to get through.
It did, yeah.
True.
You know,
It's officially the champion of champions in 1997 gaming. Woo! We did it,
I'm excited.
everyone.
I'm excited.
GoldenEye, you'll break your weakness. You know.
Oh man, the song is nowhere in that game.
It isn't.
Oh,
No.
is that the Limp Bizkit song?
Couldn't get the rights to it.
It's Tina Turner. Okay.
Okay, my bad.
And to go to another quote we might talk about in the next round, the liar liar, Tina Turner quote. Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
When what if Tina Turner had turned around and said, "Hit me again, Ike," and put some stank on it? Yeah. Totally.
Oh my god.
Tying that in. Just tying that right in.
Oh man, I love the over actor outtake.
Oh
because
yeah,
it's
dude.
So true.
And it just trips him the fuck up. It's so great.
And the actress is like, "I'm sorry, the director put me up to it. It was so
Yeah.
hilarious." That's a classic. Oh man. So the next week we're doing 1997 movies, which is I mean, people, we're talking massive ones. Like I mean, there's some heavy hitters in the blockbuster area in terms of like Scream 2 was pretty huge. It was huge.
It was so
and actually I can pull up the box office so we can like see what the big ones were. I think Batman and Robin was huge too, but it was like shit. You know what I mean? It was a pile of garbage. But yeah, it was like a big year for like Titanic was the number one. Remember that shit? Oh my god,
I remember.
Overrated. We'll talk about that though. Men in Black was huge. Jurassic Park 2. I mean, there's so many blockbusters, but there's also little ones like LA Confidential, Boogie Nights. I mean, they're little in terms of like didn't make as much money, but they have the most lasting impact. God, there's so many fucking movies to talk about.
It's a lot.
Episode, like a lot, and we're all gonna have, I assume, different ones, so it's gonna make for a really, really compelling bracket. My number one is absolutely George of the Jungle, though. I just want everybody to
have to be. That's Brendan Fraser, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely,
totally.
It is the greatest actor of our generation.
And I hate my life right now.
Fucking. You know what aged really well, by the way? I just want to throw this out there for everybody, and we're going to talk about it next week. But Starship Troopers.
That movie's amazing. Yeah.
I did not watch that as much as a kid. I watched it once, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then I watched it recently, and I was like, this movie's fucking awesome.
Dude, CG
ages so well.
CG holds up 20 years later.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
the tone of it holds up. Big time.
Does. Big time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway,
Good flick, dude.
we'll talk about that shit. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stick around for that. And you can find me at Jeff Whitty on Twitter to send all your complaints. WIDDY. That's how you spell the last name. And send all your complaints about Final Fantasy VII and the fact that I called something shitty. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, oh, that's where people tune out. I can't remember when I said it. Anyway, I'm sure I said more offensive shit. So, Kyle, people can find you places, right?
Yeah, they can find me over at that streaming thing called Twitch at twitch.tv/sub_-culture.
Yeah.
One of those.
Underscore and then a dash.
Yeah, both of those in a row.
Excessive.
Actually, make a dick in between sub and cultured, and the D and the equal sign and the A. You guys know.
Subdickculture.com.
Subdickculture.com. I'm getting fired for this, by the way.
Oh, God.
And when I start writing again, which may be soon, but probably not, I hope.
Yeah, I know, right?
Catch me over at the website.
I tell myself that every day. Today I'm going to write.
Yeah.
Nope.
But yeah, you can find me over at those two places or my personal Facebook page where, I talk about useless shit that doesn't matter about really anything. It has no consequences.
Right. Find us on our Facebook page and on iTunes and Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, all that shit. SoundCloud is where the main shit happens. If you want to comment there too, that would be fun. YouTube, we're on there. JD, you'll soon be on an upcoming. I mean, we're going to record some new episodes for Bigger Than My Podcast.
Oh, sweet.
Maybe at least one new one for the Dallas show we went to, which was that was a very different experience for me than Kansas City. It was like,
it was okay.
I don't know. It inspired the shit out of me a little bit. So
cool. Man,
I'm excited.
That was
going to be you, me, and Gabe went too, and he's a guest on the show, Bigger Than My Podcast. So
Gabeathan.
That's like
Gabathian.
Hey, it's one of those things. It's like it's from a movie, I think, where they're like, hey, what's that short for? Is it blah blah blah? And that's where I started calling him Gabeathan because I was like, what is Gabe short for? Is that Gabeathan? What is that?
What is that
so
from?
Stupid. I have no idea. It's from something. I can't remember.
Gabeathan.
Dude, Game of Thrones. Oh man, we got to do something with Game of Thrones soon. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Like best episodes or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been okay.
Dude, best
Can we
episodes
do top 10 best episodes? That would be it would be a nightmare. But yeah,
should we wait until it's over? Because I feel like we should.
Yeah, for that we should. Yeah.
And then watch them be like all the 6 episodes from the last season.
It will be. It'll be episode 1 through 6 and
when
8 and
when it's done, can we do top 10 character deaths / betrayals?
100%. We're gonna
do that.
But we're gonna do like a Game of Thrones month where it's just back to back like Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Before it comes back, we should do a handful of them, and then after it finishes, we can do like best episodes.
I like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I came up with one for Thanksgiving. Movies you shouldn't watch while eating.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know why I thought of that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put that in people's heads as they're eating.
I think I tried watching. Sorry, this is a giveaway on what one of our choices will be. I tried watching Seven while eating the other day. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. I get that
like,
because the
This could
opening
be a
scene.
category.
The opening scene is the fucking obese guy that they make eat to death.
Yes.
So like
Exactly.
right out of the gate.
Yeah, right.
And
out
then
of the
it gets-
gate.
it gets
really sets the
bloodier
tone
and-
for that movie.
Yeah. And intense movies like imagine eating during Dunkirk. Fuck off. No,
Oh,
you can't
man.
do it.
No way.
It's like too
No way.
tense. Oh boy. Anyway, so you can find us at the places that we said, and thanks for tuning in. This is the ending.
Oh my god.
Oh God! What? Huh? What? Okay.